Assalamu my dudes, and welcome back to Holy Grail. Today I'm going to be working with the Holy Grail of terrarium plants. This is how to propagate oak leaf creeping fig. I live in Australia, and here oak leaf creeping fig is hard to come by. I found some online and I ordered 40 leaves on their stems for $40. As they were quite expensive and very rare, I decided that I didn't want to pull them out of the sphagnum moss they were already planted in. I went looking and I found a mini greenhouse at Bunnings for $10. And I decided to modify the greenhouse to accommodate my new cultivation of oak leaf creeping fig. I measured up the height of the greenhouse at 16 centimeters and cut these growing poles to size. Pre-drilling 4 holes for each of the growing poles was beneficial. That way I wasn't going to crack the plastic. I took my time. Don't want any splits in here. $10 is a lot of money. I also pre-drilled holes into the growing sticks. Don't want to crack the timber either. Using some external galvanized screws, I screwed on each of the 4 growing poles and made 4 legs for this weird creature. I then used a scooping drill bit to carve out 2 drainage holes. Even though this is a greenhouse, I don't want the fig to get waterlogged, so made sure it was draining well. Drainage screen, a little bit of cacti mix, and we're good to go. It's time to add the oak leaf creeping fig. I was very careful at this point. Didn't want my $40 to go to waste. I gently placed it down, and anywhere I could, I prodded down the sphagnum moss and made sure it had full contact with the substrate beneath. To keep the moisture in and the humidity high, I added in some sphagnum moss around the outside of the fig. As this plant is a vine, it grows upwards, so I wanted to make sure I made contact with the growing poles, with the ends of the tendrils, just to make sure it had guidance and it knew where to go. These poles hold moisture, so they're a perfect growing medium for this vine. Little spritz of rainwater from my new rainwater tank, and this planting is starting to come together. Here's a lid to capture the humidity, and this planting is pretty much finished. Here it is in all its glory. Wiped all the water off the inside of the lid. Look pretty good. Full rotation. The oak leaf creeping fig is got a lot of potential here. Little doors on the top of the terrarium, which can open and close based off the level of humidity. Pretty excited about that. Cleared a space on my bonsai shelves and put the oak leaf creeping fig in its place. That's it. So my dudes, thanks for listening. See you next time, Holy Grail.